This video is sponsored by Lost Mine software. Today we're going to see how to create a complex spirograph design in a very easy way. To achieve that, we're going to use Paragraphic by Lost Mine software. Paragraphic is a graphic design tool that combines traditional illustration tools with procedural design features, making patterns, repetitions, halftones and other effects much quicker to build. When you open Paragraphic, you notice a clean and minimal interface. If I select the artboard layer, I can quickly adjust the size and color from here. I will set the color to a dark purple. On the tools area, we have the basic shape tools, the text tool. You can import your own files, which will be very helpful for step and repeat banners, for example. We have the noise texture tool, as well as the repetition tools, halftone pattern and pan tools. Let's start with a simple circle. I will hold Shift to keep it perfectly round. Then I will align it in the middle of the artboard. On the right panel, I will reduce the radius slightly. You can also change the fill color or even add a gradient, but I will make the fill color transparent for this point. On the stroke, I will keep the width 1 mm, but I will change the color. Let's add a teal color. Now I will add a repetition. I can either add the node manually from here or use the repeat circle tool from here. I can click and hold for different types of repetitions, but I will choose the first one. Then I will click on this point and drag. Now we have more settings for the repetition. I will increase the number of repetition to 10. Maybe now I can adjust it slightly. Make it a bit smaller, and then I can also change the radius from here. I will hold the Shift, then I can align it in the center again, something like that. Now let's add a new spirograph around it. I will create a new circle shape. I will click and hold the Shift key, and then I will select both and I will align them together. For the new one, I will select it and go to the stroke color and will change it to light blue. And I will add the repeat circle node. For that one, I will change the number of the circles to 20 and the radius to 25. Let's adjust this one slightly on the radius of the circle, so it will be around the previous paragraph. Next, I will add a new circle with the different repetition. So I will click on the circle tool, I will hold the Shift key, and then I will select them all and I will align them together. I will give it the same teal color I gave on the other one, so I can also take the eyedropper tool and then go to this color, this teal color, and select it like that. I will close it, and then I will add a node which will be a repeat function. Let me increase the size of it so we can see the repetition. Here we can increase or decrease the number of the circles. I will keep it to 2 because I want it to be not very complex at this point. So let's change this size of it, and also I can also scale the other circle like that. On that one, I can also increase the width of the stroke, something like that. And then I'm going to add a new one, a new circle. Click and hold the Shift key and then align them all together. I will add a repeat circle again for that one, and I'm going to increase the count to 20. Let's increase the radius as well, like that, and then also the circle radius, exactly like this. And also let's change the color to a purple. For the next element, I will switch to the pen tool and I will draw a path. I will keep the color purple, and here's one limitation I noticed. At the moment you can't vary the width along a single stroke, which would be useful in some cases. I mean, if you'd like to have a thicker stroke here and maybe a thinner stroke here, it's not a critical addition, but it would be nice to have this option too. However, other functions will be available soon, like adding gradients to the strokes. So yeah, on this new path I will add a repeat circle. So I'm going to add node and then repeat circle. Let's increase the count to 20. Let's see if it is very busy, because if it's very busy we can reduce the counts. Let's make the width of the stroke a bit thicker, like that, and reduce the size a bit. And then I will duplicate this shape, so I'm going here, right click and duplicate. And on the new one, I will reduce the radius slightly, just a bit, and I will change the color. So I'm going to change it to a teal color, and I'm also going to reduce the transparency, something like this. I will move this layer to the back of the purple color, and then I will also decrease the width. I will make one more copy of this spirograph, and then on the new one I will increase the radius slightly. So now we have -8, I'm going to add it to +8. This way I will make two repetitions, one from one side and one from the other side. I will keep the color and transparency as they are though. For the last repetition I will add one more circle. Let's make the color to full transparency and add a new repeat circle to that. I will click and hold like this. I will increase the count, maybe the width to be a bit stronger. Okay, now I can change the size of the artboard so we can remove these spaces around. So let's make it like 600 by 400, and then I will move all the shapes in the middle of that. And now I want to make some adjustments, and one of the biggest strengths of Paragraphic is how easy it is to edit complex designs. When you adjust a single shape, the entire pattern updates dynamically. This makes experimenting very fast and intuitive. For example, compared to tools like Adobe Illustrator, you don't need to manually duplicate, copy or repeat elements. You make changes once and the whole design updates automatically. Let me show you what I mean. For example, I will go to this middle spirograph and I'm going to make the lines a bit thicker. Then I can change the radius to make it smaller maybe, and also increase or decrease the number of the lines, of the counts. Like that. Now I can go to the next one. Again, I can go and increase the width of the stroke. I will keep the count as they are. Also on that one, the purple, I'm going to increase that a bit as well. Yep. And then on that one, maybe we have too many lines, so I'm going to reduce the count. I can even go and adjust the shape of the path. So if I take the path edit tool, I can go and adjust the path, and as you can see, all the spirograph is changing dynamically. Let's change also the rest. Okay, once the design is finished, you can save it as an editable paragraphic file or export it as SVG, PNG or JPEG. You can simply go to File, Save As Paragraphic file, or export to, and from here you can export it to SVG, PNG or JPEG. At first, I was a bit concerned that learning a new tool would take time, especially if you're used to industry standard software, but the interface is really straightforward and the workflow feels very intuitive, so that was not an issue here. Many tasks that are time-consuming in other software are much faster here, especially when you're working with patterns and repetitions. I definitely recommend trying it out. You will find links in the description along with Paragraphic's YouTube channel for more tutorials and inspiration. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.